Look, I've played Celeste for more than 2 hours, and as a result, I've missed more shots in Splatoon than Republicans have missed owning slaves. So trust me when I say I know a thing or two about the Explosher. Possessing incredible damage, paint coverage, and mobility, the Explosher is easily the very best weapon in all of Splatoon 2. Surpassing all close-range and long-range competitors alike, the Explosher is an easy pick as an X-tier weapon, while other weapons can't clear C-tier. How can I make such a fearless claim? Allow me to explain. Let's get something cleared up right away. The Explosher is a member of the Blaster family, not Slosher family. If it was a Slosher, it would be called the Plosher, not Explosher. English, people, learn it. The Exploder boasts both the slowest fire rate and shortest range in its class. While this may make the Exploder sound unattractive, the weapon possesses one major advantage over its rivals, a stealth attack. By firing your ink straight up, your opponents will never see the attack coming. The result is that foes who seem to think they've got your number are instead trying to call 911 for help. Think about it like a self-alley-oop. You lob it up, and then it comes crashing down on some unsuspecting hack.
Oh, that was quite a year, that was. Everywhere he went. Whoa, what a play by Iguodala. I don't know why more players don't do that.
The big struggle is getting up close enough to your opponents to attack them. The Exploder's poor range limits your paint coverage, and this means that swimming can often be a struggle. For this reason, massive amounts of run speed are borderline mandatory in order to have success with the Exploder. 3 mains is my minimum recommendation, but I often throw on a 4th main just to be safe. You'll often have to chase your foes across enemy ink too, so having a bunch of ink resistance up isn't a bad idea either. Finally, consider running Opening Gambit to further boost your ink resistance and run speed in the opening seconds of a match, which should allow you to blow through your opponents and win the game in the first minute if it's done properly. Now let's see how the Exploder works in the X ranks without the rest of its kit. That went pretty well, I'd say. That said, I'm sure some of you are asking, can the Exploder fight effectively at long range too? And to that, I'm able to say quite resoundingly, sure, I guess. The Exploder comes equipped with the Sprinkler for long range combat. After throwing the sprinkler, small droplets of ink will fire randomly and frequently like Activision Blizzard after they record record profits. At a massive 20% damage per hit, investing in some sub power up is a must. At least 6 subs at all times will help your sprinkler to rain tears down on your enemies. The later stages of the sprinkler are less useful. Nintendo is actually on record stating that the sprinkler's later stage is based on the theory of trickle-down economics. As a major corporation that regularly bribes or lobbies the government to lower our taxes, we are very supportive of trickle-down theory. We want to show our appreciation to those politicians who accept our lobby money by making the sprinkler's last stage like the theories they push around, said Nintendo's Kojima. And just like trickle-down economics, the sprinkler's later stage is useless to 99% of the player base. To round off the Exploder's kit is the Bubble Buddy! A simple press of the right control stick will allow you to spawn up to 3 Bubble Buddy! The primary benefits of the Bubble Buddy is to create a shield that can allow you to chase you after your opponents with more ease. That said, I'm afraid I'll have to burst your bubble, as you see your opponents will often try to burst your bubbles. Actually, they don't really burst the bubbles, do they? They just disappear when your opponents shoot them. Let me try that again. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but your teammates will try to burst your bubbles. Yeah, at least you might get a kill off of it. The bubbles do increase in size with special power up, however, speed and mobility are more important, so I would not recommend using gear slots for your Bubble Buddy! The ex-wife is an extremely deadly weapon, but I can already hear some of you crying, "But Sieve, I'm still dying." Well, I'm not really sure what to tell you. The ex-wife is an X-tier murdering powerhouse. Get good, scrub. There is one trick that may be able to save you from your own mediocrity, and that trick is called the Ungrateful Dead. The Ungrateful Dead works like this. You're this nice, cute little pink squid wielding the ex-wife. Your opponent is this shitty-ass elephant using some horrible weapon like the Glugladecos. First, learn opponent to stand on a grate. Second, get underneath your opponent who is on the grate. And finally, fire the ex-wife straight up. If everything works properly, your ex-wife shot will strike your foe as it goes up, and then hit them again when it crashes back down, scoring you an easy kill. It's called the Ungrateful Dead because your opponent is on a grate, they are soon dead, and they aren't happy about it. Even if you can't get below your opponent when they are on a grate, such as on New Albacore Hotel, you should still try to lure your opponent onto a grate whenever possible, as the ex-wife is great at dealing damage to your opponent standing on grates. The easiest way to lure an opponent onto a grate is to stand on a grate yourself, turn your back to your opponents, stare straight down, and then start running away. X% of the time, it works every time. So now, with all that, let's see this bad boy in action with its full kit. Holy cow, this thing is a piece of garbage. Whoever designed this weapon needs to be fired ASAP, but only if their labor union supports it. Let me know why you think the Explosher sucks, and don't forget to leave a comment to tell me what weapon I should review next. I might read the comments to make my decision, or I may just pet my cat instead.